So I know you also wrote an article grading every team's draft. For the Browns, you gave them a B plus. Take us through what you liked about the Browns draft and why you think it was B plus.
Well, I'm going to take the quarterbacks out of the equation. Obviously, I don't mind them taking two swings at the position because you got to swing till you hit the guy. And certainly, there's a good chance they may have to do it again in 2026 because you're banking on one guy taking a 94 and the other taking a 144 and hoping, one of those guys is the guy. And if not, you just go back around and try again next year. But the biggest thing I thought with this draft was it brought toughness back into the organization. Not that it hadn't been there before, but it felt like it injected a fresh bit of toughness. I look at Mason Graham, former wrestler in high school, the anchor of a really good Michigan defense the last few seasons. That guy is the epitome of toughness. Quinshawn Judkins, power runner, physical, is not afraid to run through people, just getting those tough yards. Toughness. Dylan Sampson, the fourth round running back. Yeah, he's known for speed, but he's also a tough runner, really good in short yard situations. Certainly, I would have liked to see them go get offensive line help, receiver help. I think those two positions still are lacking. I think the Browns still need to continue to rebuild the offensive line, but I got no problem with them, going Harold Fannin. We all know they're kind of going back to more of a Kevin Stefanski style offense, and that requires tight end play. And Harold Fannin Jr. was easily one of the best tight ends in the country. I mean, big numbers against high level competition, not just dominating the MAC, but having big games against Penn State and Texas A&M. So I mean, this guy's the real deal, and he's got a shot to be a tight end too pretty quickly. Carson Swester, I think he's a really good player. I think he's got a chance to really be an impact linebacker. I would have probably preferred that pick be a more high priority position again, receiver. Maybe they go offensive line somewhere in this draft, but what I wrote about this draft is is understanding, you're not going to fix all the holes in one draft with so many issues this team has. So I don't mind them trying to settle on an identity of stopping the run on defense, excuse me, and trying to run the ball better on offense, and then taking your swings at the quarterback position. And best case scenario, say one of these two guys hits, whether it's Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders, if they have a better than expected season because one of those guys is your starting quarterback, then all of a sudden you can look at 2026. You have your two first round picks. You don't have to trade up to get a quarterback. You can stay there. If you have a pick that's high enough, even you can trade out of it to a team that needs a quarterback, get extra draft capital, and keep rebuilding this thing. But certainly, this is a draft that looks like a transition draft, and we'll have to see how it all plays out. And if the guys that they drafted, how many of these guys pan out and become quality starters down the road.